Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young and kind-hearted boy named Tony. He earned his living by trading goods in the nearby town. His main trade was salt, and every day he loaded heavy sacks of salt onto his horse and made the long journey to the market. Tony's horse was strong but very lazy. It always tried to avoid hard work and look for shortcuts to make its load lighter. One sunny morning, Tony loaded a big sack of salt onto the horse's back and got ready to leave for the market. He stopped for a while to collect some food for the journey, and the horse started walking ahead on the familiar path. After a few hours, the horse reached a small bridge that crossed a flowing river. Suddenly, the horse slipped and fell into the water. The sack of salt also fell into the river, and as salt dissolves in water, most of it melted away. The horse cried out, "Please help me! Somebody help me!" After some struggle, the horse climbed out of the river and realized that the sack had become much lighter. It was secretly happy. How easy that was, it thought. Later, when Tony reached the bridge, he weighed the salt and noticed that it was much less than what he had packed. At first, he thought it was a mistake, but when the same thing happened again and again for 2 weeks, he became suspicious. One day, Tony decided to follow his horse quietly. He loaded the salt as usual and pretended to collect food. But instead, he took a hidden path and followed the horse closely. As expected, when the horse reached the bridge, it purposely slipped and fell into the water. The salt melted away and the sack became light again. Now Tony understood the clever trick of the lazy horse. He decided to teach it a lesson. And the next day, instead of salt, Tony packed cotton in the sack and tied it onto the horse's back. The horse, unaware of the change, started walking. At the bridge, it repeated its trick and fell into the river. But this time, the cotton soaked up the water and became much heavier. The horse was struggling and started shouting, "Help! I cannot breathe! Somebody save me!" When it managed to climb out of the river, it was exhausted. Tony was waiting nearby and said, "My dear friend, I hope you have learned your lesson today." The next day, Tony again loaded cotton onto the horse. But the clever horse had a new plan. It walked to the river, dipped just a little cotton into the water, and then ran off into the forest. After a while, it threw the cotton on the ground and hid in the bushes. When Tony came back and saw the cotton lying by the roadside, he was upset. But being kind-hearted, he only scolded the horse gently. Still, Tony understood one thing very clearly. The horse would not change so easily. So, he returned to salt trading, but this time he trained the horse with discipline and taught it the value of hard work. And one day, the horse slipped again on the bridge and fell into the river. It cried out, "Tony, please help me." Tony heard the cry and rushed with a strong rope. He threw it into the water and pulled the horse out safely. From that day onward, the horse truly changed. It stopped playing tricks and worked sincerely. Tony continued his short trade without any more trouble, and both lived a happy life together. This story teaches that laziness and shortcuts may bring temporary ease, but they never lead to lasting success. Hard work and honesty always pay off in the end. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, hit like button, and for more such stories, subscribe to our channel. Thank you and stay positive.